Welcome to Showboys Gaming, and something new that we're going to do here today. We are going to break down PlayStation's State of Play that just happened mere minutes ago. So we'll be a quick. I'll be by myself, as you see. No Mike, no Nick anywhere around. So I thought it was time to come down here and throw on the bandana and do a little quick update, just to show you guys what got announced. Nothing really shocking. By any stretch of the imagination, but still worth coming down here and doing a quick video on it. So we'll run through everything real quick. It was only like 20-something minutes worth of game updates, so I don't think that it will take us too long to get through everything. But the very first thing here that got announced, which was one hell of a way to open the show, might I say, is Resident Evil 4, coming March 24th, 2023, and it will also have PlayStation VR content enabled. We've heard that this was coming multiple times. We've heard whispers that this was kind of in development hell, maybe, and they were reworking it. But we did get a trailer today, and if you head over to our Discord, I'll try to drop the trailers in there. But if we go to the PlayStation blog and we get a little story update here, it says 6 years have passed since the biological disaster in Raccoon City. Leon S. Kennedy, one of the survivors of the incident, has been recruited as an agent, reporting directly to the president. With the experience of multiple missions on his back, Leon is sent to rescue the kidnapped daughter of the president of the United States. He tracks her to a secluded European village where there is something terribly wrong with the villagers. And the curtain rises on this story of grueling survival horror and rescue. Resident Evil 4 is the latest survival horror game where life and death intersect with terror and catharsis. Scheduled to release March 24, 2023. So yes, we knew this was coming. It's cool to see a trailer. It looks sweet. I could never get into the original Resident Evil 4. So, I'll probably get into this one. My hang up with it was kind of the way that it played, and I'm sure they're going to change it for this one. So we'll see. We got Bio in here with us. Just finished up the State of Play. What's up, buddy? So yeah, that was one heck of a way to open up the show. Unfortunately, for me personally, kind of fizzled out from there. So from this point forward, we're just going to rattle through some of the stuff that's coming. The next update was some PlayStation VR 2 games. Resident Evil Village looks cool. It might be a cool way to play it. I didn't play Resident Evil Village. Graphically, it looks similar maybe to Village, which is cool. The Walking Dead Retribution looked like a really horrendous VR zombie game, to be honest with you. I didn't think it looked that great. It's coming 2022. No Man's Sky, PlayStation VR 2. Yeah, I mean, I gotta be honest. I feel like it'd be pretty cool to play that game in VR. So, I'm probably at some point gonna get a VR, and this might be one of the first games I play on it. It looked okay on here. It's just a cool game, like a big space game where you can go explore in VR. I'm all for it. And then Horizon Call of the Mountain, which was the Horizon VR thing that was coming out. I think they announced it a while ago. It looks really cool. It all really depends on how these things play, I guess, not necessarily how they look, but it's like a first-person Horizon. I'm sure it's very linear. You're not going to be running around an open world or anything like that. It's not Horizon Forbidden West just in VR mode. It's like a standalone experience. So keep your eyes on that if you're a big Horizon fan. Also, if you're a Horizon fan, they announced that today Forbidden West is getting a huge update, including New Game Plus. Transmog, which I know Ugly Kid Joe, was talking about he would have liked in that game. I believe the ability to respec in a harder difficulty, and that's out today. It's probably out now. I don't know. You can go check it out if you're interested in that. It's definitely cool because if you listen to our past episode last week, I was complaining that one of the items that you got in that game, you get significantly too late. So I'd be interested to see if you get to keep that item in New Game Plus. That might be worth revisiting that game at some point. The next announcement was Spider-Man. The original Spider-Man on PS4 is coming to PC in August of 2022. I think we knew that this was coming. Sony has been putting a lot of their games on PC as of late. This seemed like the next logical thing. I hope Tsushima gets there as well at some point. But August 2022, if you're waiting, you're a PC game and you're waiting for Spider-Man, that'll be coming. And then the next game, I was actually somewhat surprised at how much I thought it was cool. It's called Stray. It looks like an indie game. It's coming July 19th. You play as a cat in like a futuristic world with robots that look scared of the cat or something. I don't know. It looks really cool, man. It might be a good, like, quick indie game to blow through. It is also coming to, and I'll try to get this right, the new PlayStation Plus has Extra as one of the levels that you can sign up for. Extra and up, you'll get this game for free. So it's cool that we're seeing that they're going to be putting games on here a la Xbox Game Pass, which is nice. And then the next game I was really excited to see finally. We got a trailer for this a couple years ago, maybe. The Callisto Protocol. It's a spiritual successor, I think, to Dead Space. Oddly, I think it takes place in the PUBG world, but in space. It looks nothing like PUBG. We don't really even know what kind of game it is at this point. It looks, based off of this trailer, to be like a single-player horror game. But I don't know that they've actually said what it is. I'm hoping it's not a PUBG in space. But even the trailer didn't really give me that vibe. So it's coming a lot sooner than I was expecting, December 20th or December 2nd, 2022. So rolling up on us. Definitely go check that trailer out if you're a fan of the Dead Space games, because I can't remember if it's somebody that worked on Dead Space is now working on this or whatever it is. But they're saying it's a spiritual successor to Dead Space, which is sweet. The next one, Roller Drum. I don't know how you say this. It's like a roller skating shooter. And if that sounds weird, trust me, it is. Just go watch the trailer if it even sounds remotely interesting to you. And then the next game I was really excited for, because at first it kind of looked like Persona 3, the main character from Persona 3. Unfortunately, it didn't turn out to be that. It's called Eternights. It is a cool looking anime / Persona looking game coming early 2023. It's not turn-based like Persona. It's an action beat 'em up style game. And I did notice that in the corner they had like the day and the date up there. So I don't know if it's running on the day kind of system like Persona does. It looks very Persona. It looks like they kind of ripped off Persona, if I'm being honest. But I'm all for that because we don't get that many Persona games. And then I know Bio's probably super jacked about the next one. This was probably the biggest announcement of the entire state of play, which was Street Fighter 6 from Capcom coming in 2023. Looks really, really good. The art style on it, the kind of graphics that they're doing during fighting, has like a spray paint look to it. I don't even know how to explain it. It looks really cool. I'm not into fighting games even in the slightest. So I'm sure there are plenty of people out there that are super amped about this, but unfortunately it's really not me. We moved forward into some indie games. We got another look at Tunic, which is a kind of Zelda-like top-down indie game. It's coming September 27th. Looks kind of cool. If you're into Zelda-like games, that might be up your alley. And then I kind of missed the title on this one. I probably should have confirmed it, but I think it's like Season, A Letter to the Future or A Letter from the Future or something. It has a really cool art style. It looks like you're playing as like a dude on a bike traveling around the world. I don't know. Check it out. Autumn 2022. That's coming. And then Final Fantasy 16. Finally, they have broken their silence on Final Fantasy 16. We have seen some videos and trailers and stuff in the past, but we got a pretty big trailer here as well as a release window, which is exciting. But I'll be honest, this is probably going to be my first foray back into Final Fantasy because, in my opinion, they made some horrendous missteps with the Final Fantasy franchise with the MMO and the online crap. So, and then Final Fantasy 15, they're like driving around in cars and stuff. Like, what the hell is going on in this game anymore? But this is cool because it's got a very fantasy medieval setting, which is kind of what I want out of my Final Fantasy games personally. Action combat, unfortunately, no turn-based combat. It doesn't seem like they're going to be going back to that by any stretch of the imagination. I think they're leaning more on the action stuff now, which is a bummer. I know a lot of people want the turn-based stuff to be more common. I'm playing through Dragon Quest 11 right now, and I think it came out in 2017, and it's turn-based, and it's freaking awesome, dude. To be honest with you, if it came out this year, it'd probably be my game of the year. I'm having a blast with it. It's just cool to see how two JRPGs kind of splintered off and went two totally different directions. But yeah, if you're into the old style Final Fantasies, you might want to take a look at Dragon Quest XI because I think it looks awesome. Anyway, summer 2023 for Final Fantasy 16. It's kind of, a year away, a little longer than I was thinking it was going to be. To be honest with you, I was kind of shocked that they even put a release window on it, just because it's been very quiet and silent. But the game looks great. I'm not going to lie. It looks put together well. We'll see. They said that they're going to be talking to the media coming forward, releasing more information, more trailers and stuff. So probably going to become... You're going to get a lot more Final Fantasy 16 in the coming months, which is sweet for anybody that's into that. And I will definitely be picking this one up. I think it looks really good. It's kind of got, I don't know, it gives me Game of Thrones vibes for whatever reason. Some of the cutscenes that they were showing in the trailer, I think it looks really good. So that was pretty much it. I had wrote down prior to this what I was hopeful for. I was hopeful for some Spider-Man 2 gameplay, but I wrote in parentheses, won't happen. I was hopeful for Ghost of Tsushima 2. I put in parentheses, definitely won't happen. And then I was thinking we would get some sort of PlayStation acquisition announcement. There was a hefty amount of Capcom stuff in the state of play, so I don't know why. They seemed very heavy on Capcom. They had multiple Resident Evil entries, Street Fighter. It seemed like every other game was Capcom, so I don't know what's going on there. I don't know if that's maybe coming down the pipeline. I know that we talked on Showboys a couple times about PlayStation is in the process of acquiring somebody big, but the information kind of stops there. We took our guesses. I don't know that any of us guessed Capcom. That would be interesting for sure because they would pick up a lot picking up Capcom. But I'm not here to say that that's what's going on. It just seemed weird that this state of play was so heavy with Capcom. If you want to see the trailers for Resident Evil or any of the other games, go over to the Discord. I'll drop them in the What's Playing channel just so you can watch through them. I think you should definitely check out Resident Evil 4. Looks really good. Final Fantasy 16 and Callisto Protocol. Those three I'll probably drop first in the Discord. I think they look really cool. And then for my Weeb fans out there and Turnites, I'll drop that one in there too. It looks really, really good. But like I said, this is going to be super short, 12 minutes, nice and short. Just wanted to break down what we just saw a couple minutes ago on the state of play. Thank you guys for hanging out, and I will see you guys. I don't know when I'll see you guys because I'm not on Thursday. Maybe next Thursday. See you then. Bye.